Kilo, Quebec, 4, Lima, Sierra, Bravo.
Lima, Sierra, Bravo, Roger, Roger. I just went through my Milford, PA SDR, and your gangbusters there. It looks to be about 20 over. What's the name there?
About 20 over. What's the name there?
Name on this end is Mike. I'm in Hanover County, Virginia, which is just north of Richmond, Virginia.
I got your mic, and what radio are you running today, sir?
I got your mic, and what radio are you running today, sir?
So I'm a new ham. I picked up a used single owner Kenwood TS-440S, manufactured in 1990, so it's been around a while.
Sounding pretty good. Tell you what, let's see. I've got a SDR in Virginia. Why don't you give me about 10 seconds and let me see the best path I can find for us.
Let me see the best path I can find for us.
Okay. You need about 10 seconds to transmit from me. This is Kilo, Quebec 4, Lima, Sierra, Bravo.
Roger, Roger, Mike. I got you still best on that PASDR. And I would suggest, how old is that radio?
I would suggest, how old is that radio?
So it was manufactured in 1990. So that puts it at, about 35 years, I think.
Yes, sir. So you probably do not have a selectable bandwidth, a selectable transmit bandwidth. Is that a Roger?
A selectable transmit bandwidth. Is that a Roger?
I am not sure. I think I may. I have a RIT function. I believe that's probably what that's for, Roger.
Well, usually they give you three options, the higher one being 100 to 2900. If you have that, that's what we usually try to put folks on. That is the only way you can fully realize the ultimate performance of your transmitter on the wide mode, 100 to 2900. Roger, Roger.
Wide mode, 100 to 2900. Roger, Roger.
Okay, yeah, I hear you. I think I understand, but I'm not sure if this radio has that capability or not. I am just learning. It just has the stock microphone that came with it, so everything on the radio is stock, I believe.
Roger, Roger. Well, maybe at your convenience you can look and see if you do have an adjustable transmit bandwidth, and the ideal setting is 100 to 2900. Now, as far as your hand mic is concerned, the best way to run that is pull it to the corner of your lips and talk across it. Actually touch the corner of your lips and talk across it. Do not talk directly into it, or you'll get a bunch of lip noise and mouth noise. Roger?
To it, or you'll get a bunch of lip noise and mouth noise. Roger?
Okay, all right. Well, I am, trying that now. Minus the frog in my throat. I'm just a few days getting over COVID, so a little congested, but how is that?
Yes, sir. Now, don't talk too loud, Roger. I'm kidding. Just use it just exactly the way you did. That's perfect, Roger, Roger.
Exactly the way you did. That's perfect, Roger, Roger.
Okay, yep, I will, and I've got the mic gain turned all the way up. The ALC is registering a little above the red, so I may be overdoing it a tad.
Well, it sounds just perfect right here. I wouldn't change a thing. Get the Gorilla Tape out and taper it down, Roger, Roger.
Get the Gorilla Tape out and taper it down, Roger, Roger.
Okay, got that. And I'm operating on a 133-foot long in-fed wire that is stretched up to about 80 feet up in a tree in the backyard there. It takes off from about a foot off the ground.
Roger, Roger. And I guess you have to use antenna tuner with that, Roger?
Yes, you have to use antenna tuner with that, Roger?
Yes, sir, Roger. I have to use a tuner. It seems like it'll tune about anything in. And I had to put a ground rod in. I had a lot of difficulty tuning anything until I put an 8-foot ground rod right there underneath the antenna box, and I ran the counterpoise connection straight to that ground, and then it seemed to be happy.
Yes, sir. And you're just running 100 watts, is that a Roger?
Sir, and you're just running 100 watts, is that a Roger?
Yes, sir. Just 100 watts. I've got the mic gain all the way up, so I guess that's turned all the way up. It's only showing me on the meter right now at about 50 watts. However, when I go to AM and tune it, the needle is showing 100. So I'm not real sure. That might just be the way the antenna tuner needle works. The power meter on the radio is showing me pegging out around 100.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There's some difference in when you're running an antenna tuner versus looking at it on the output of the radio itself. But it really sounds good. And if you want to hear your audio, if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook, that will take you to this recording. It'll be cut number 1 in a series of 2,900, and I'll have it uploaded by noon tomorrow. Roger?
By noon tomorrow, Roger.
Okay, roger that. Thank you very much for that opportunity to listen to it. I've never heard myself on the radio. Generally, as humans, we tend to think that we sound funny. So I'm curious to see if that's the way it'll sound.
Roger, you say you have that mic all the way up. Let's do an experiment. Maybe drop it back to about 80. Let me hear you at about 80.
About 80. Let me hear you at about 80.
Okay, that's about 80 right there. Does it sound any different?
Roger, it just sounded like you just jumped out of your compressor. So I would compromise there and take it up to about 90. About 90, Roger, Roger.
To about 90. About 90, Roger, Roger.
Okay, that is 90 right there. And if that's where it seems happy, that's where I will run it.
Roger, Roger. It seems like it has a little more life to it. You're not exactly up against the wall, where before you were slightly up against the wall. You have a little life in your dynamics, in your microphone audio now, Roger.
Dynamics in your microphone audio now, Roger.
Yep, roger that. Well, that'll probably be the next purchase. Will be some kind of a desk power mic. But operating on a budget here. I just got my license, technician's license in October, and passed my general about a week ago. So I am still in diapers.
Roger, Roger, and I just went from PA down to Virginia, and you were sounding mighty good down in Virginia too, Roger.
Virginia, and you were sounding mighty good down in Virginia too, Roger.
Okay, roger that. Well, I appreciate it. I don't want to jump in. There might be somebody else out there waiting to jump in. But I appreciate you taking a little bit of time to talk with me and give me some reports on how things are transmitting here.
Yes, sir. Sounds really good. I think you'll enjoy your recording. So, 73 there, Mike, and you have a good afternoon, a beautiful weekend, and we'll see you next weekend, if possible, if you happen to be in the neighborhood. 73, sir. This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.